How in the world have I gone this long without playing an Ys game? I've heard of the series, it looks like something I'd play, and they're on number 8, so they've been at it for a while, obviously. It's a miracle I've gone this long without playing anything from the series. It's stranger still that I decided to give this game, a new series to me, a try during this year of non-stop RPGs that I'm actually familiar with. We've got Breath of the Wild, Persona 5, Yakuza, Nier all behind us, and Xenoblade 2, Summon Night 6, Blue Reflection, and Pokemon, all games I'm looking forward to play. So I couldn't be happier that I impulse bought this game despite my best judgment. Ys VIII Lacrimosa of Dana is easily in the running for my favorite game of the year thus far. You play as Adol Christian, a self-proclaimed adventurer, a profession that gets called into question a handful of times throughout the game. While traveling aboard the Lombardia, the ship is attacked and sunk by a giant creature. You wake up and realize you've washed up on the shore of what is known as the Seirin Islands. This is where Adol's newest adventure begins as you set out to find survivors and a way to get off the island. You start off by recruiting this girl and... This is not funny. This is never funny. This is TM original joke, donut steal, not original. Don't quit doing it. Is this shit funny to anybody? Why is walking in on a girl in a state of undress such a common trope? Okay, I could handle some fan service, but make it feel clever, or better yet, make it feel authentic in the slightest. I mean, look at me. Look at my loads of equally dumb Hyperdimension Neptunia games. I'm not making a statement that they're better or worse, just that I'm no prude. But this shit is stupid. I nearly rolled my eyes right out of my skull when this happened. Sorry about going 0 to 100 there, it's just when you use this to set your tone, it's just stupid. And I really wanted to get it out of the way and off my chest before I just began showering this game with praise. So once everybody involved stops cringing at how unsexy, unfunny, and how uncreative this is, Laxia here joins your party and becomes a playable character. You find a handful of other key characters such as Sahad the Fisherman, who also joins your party, and Captain Barbaros, who with everyone else creates Castaway Village, a place for all the people who are now stuck on this island. Shortly after this, the world opens up and you can freely go about and search for survivors. And these survivors you find aren't just a number on a tally list either, as they're fairly fleshed out NPCs who bring new features to Castaway Village. You might rescue a tailor who unlocks the ability to make clothes, or find a doctor which allows you to mix medicines. All of these characters really breathe life into the game as they try to pull their own weight and have their own personalities and problems. And while you're out searching for these survivors, you'll run into the best aspect of this game, the combat, which is it's good, it's real good. It's fluid, it's quick, responsive, and a hell of a lot of fun. Special moves weave perfectly into using your basic attacks, and I was always trying to use my skills to relocate myself around an enemy, take advantage of one having a slower attack, or strategically inflict status ailments on larger targets to cripple them. It really never devolved into mashing just 1 or 2 buttons for me. This fast-paced system is further complemented with the flash dodge and flash guard mechanic, where timing your dodges and guards right give you invulnerability, increased damage, and slowed time. And they knew this was their strongest point, because there are plenty of unique enemies to fight, including boss fights, all with unique attack patterns to learn and prey upon. Throughout the course of the game, you'll play 6 unique and different characters, all with their own skills and abilities. Craft your favorite team of 3 and switch between them on the fly with the click of a button, with no downtime switching between characters. If I was ever feeling a little bored playing one character too long, I would just switch it up and keep the game fresh the entire time playing a new character. Pacing is a common RPG issue in general, so I was really impressed when I never felt this was an issue at all. There are plenty of side things to do, but they never felt like they were coming at me at an overwhelming number, and they slowly open up to you as you continue the story. Want to do something different for a while? How about you go fishing and feed the different types of fish you catch to this strange bird? Or hunt down and cook different food recipes and feed them to Mishi? Or train with Master Kong to learn new abilities from? Or bond with some of your favorite characters brought to Castaway Village by doing requests for them or giving them gifts? Or hunt various items to upgrade your character's weapons and equipment to make them more powerful? There's just so much to do outside of your goal to get off the island. Or you can just skip it all and plow right through the game, really no one's stopping you. You're not going to be running into some bullshit water stage where everything slows to a crawl, or some dumb platforming puzzle where you spend half an hour jumping around wondering what the heck happened. And while there is a story it's trying to tell, I never found it overbearing. Yeah, a little corny or even just downright silly at times, but I never felt like it really slowed things down all that much. Maybe my mind is in a bit of a haze from Persona 5's 3-week-long tutorial I recently experienced, and Final Hallway 68 never releasing you from its cold, hard, cutscene death grasp, but I just can't praise this game's pacing enough. Now, about that story. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just say it wasn't amazing. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad, but it was riddled with plot holes, poor explanations for certain events, and at times was just looking to drive conflict for the sake of conflict. I hate the whole turn your brain off argument with seeing these things, but thankfully the characters are likable and colorful enough that it made it possible for me to do exactly that. And really the storytelling probably wasn't helped by the very literal and sometimes dull translation. And I know, a lot of people are calling for the boycott of this game over the translation, but really guys? Is it that bad? Okay, I get it. The Japanese version calls an area crevice of the Archaeozoic era, clearly in English text just for them to localize it as Archaeozoic Big Hole, effectively Englishing perfectly good English. It is pretty funny. But am I the only one who lived through the PS1 era where this was every other line? Is it just me who would much rather have a too safe literal translation with occasional hiccups instead of one that takes too many liberties? Fire Emblem. Yeah, I'll take a literal translation with minor errors over your shitty memes and flanderization any day. It's not that bad, guys. I mean, come on. I was never confused or offended. It was just a little off at times. And then there's the music, which is really the only thing from the series I was really familiar with before playing this game. And for a really good reason. Because damn, I am so glad I blew next month's rent on the shiny boxed edition that comes with a bonus soundtrack. As even after with my time with this game, I still listen to its music whenever I'm at the computer or just out and about. I really expect to continue listening to it actively for a while yet. This stuff really gets you pumped when you need to get pumped and can really fill a moment with emotion when it needs to. It's just so dynamic and good. All the music that's been playing in the background is from the game, and you can't possibly tell me it's no good. In conclusion, I feel my collector's itch flaring up like crazy, and I loved this game so much that I genuinely want to go back and find every single Ys game that ever existed, because I have a problem.
Help.
That means you too, Ancient Land of Ys. I got my Ancient Land of a computer just waiting to play you on and make a half-baked review about that 6 people will watch. 149 parts only I showed you by powering you on and just working. I need to clean you up. But really, I spent about 40 hours with Ys 8 and I'm still not sick of it. In fact, I might just play it again after this review on a harder mode. Maybe this is just exactly my type of game. But if what you're hearing sounds fun to you, then I cannot recommend it enough.
Shit. Oh. Oh, there's definitely something way down in there. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Well, that sucks. I like that one too. I hope it's not dented. Yeah. You know, this was a stupid idea. Can you just... Let's... I think I got enough takes. Just start... Damn it.